Hi Bhagwan, God is omnipresent. Devotion, an inseparable part of your spiritual journey. Devotion is believed to be one of the modes of attaining God. But is it so easy to be a true devotee and to attain God? Dimaa Bhagwan, your mother had sown the seeds of devotion in your life. On your mother's advice, Dimaa Bhagwan, you started reading lessons of Bhagavad Gita in the morning and Sukhmani Sahib at night before going to sleep. Since then, you realize that devotion is not only the medium to attain God, but also to achieve the energy and power to feel God is within us. So that's how, Dimaa Bhagwan, you developed a keen interest in visiting gurdwaras, temples, and often you would offer milk and water on Shivlinga. During childhood, with sheer love for God, you started fasting for Sola Somvar, that is, fasting for 16 consecutive Mondays dedicated to Lord Shiva. As a grown up, you did fast for 16 consecutive Fridays dedicated to Goddess Santoshi Mata and performed the religious rites on completion of the fast. After gaining spiritual knowledge, you understood the difference between dualistic and monistic devotion, that is Dvait and Advait Bhakti, and then explained the same in Shree Sharda Sharanam Satsang Gita. Dimaa Bhagwan, you elaborately explained to your disciples that while it is important to light diyas, that is lamp in front of the God, but unless you light the lamp of spirituality, Gyan, inside your heart, put the oil of Vairagya, make the wick of spiritual determination, light the fire of spiritual love, the darkness of mind cannot go away. As a grown-up, every day in the evening after returning from job, you used to light diya at your home along with your brother and sisters and offer prayers to God. In every moment of your life, you continued this habit of lighting the diya. Every evening, you used to light diyas in front of Dada Bhagwan, Lakshmi Bhagwan, Dadi Bhagwan, and all other gods and goddesses, offered prayers, danced, and also made others dance. You taught your disciples to overcome a superstition that it's a bad omen if diya gets extinguished. One should never think of it as a bad omen. In fact, consider that the God in the form of air has given you another chance to light the lamp. You like the sound of the bells in the temple, drum, damru, and conch, along with the chanting of bhajan and arti, devotional songs.
Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya.
You loved the devotional song Om Namah Shivaya, which is dedicated to Lord Shiva. Therefore, devotees used to sing Om Namah Shivaya daily at the end of the satsang.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya.
Right from childhood, you bowed in front of Mother Earth, offered water to Lord Sun, and light diya in the temple of your house. You taught the same to all the devotees in satsang. You used to love birds so much that you offered food grains and water to birds daily. You offered waters to the sacred Tulsi plant, holy basil, and worshipped Goddess Tulsi. With Sangat, you even celebrated the festival of Tulsi Vivah, that is, the ceremonial marriage of the Goddess Tulsi. Your love for Lord Krishna made you visit his birthplace, Mathura. On the occasion of Janmashtami, along with Sangat, you used to decorate the satsang hall like Gokul, the place where Lord Krishna spent his childhood. In his loving memory, you used to fast on every Ekadashi which is considered a holy day. Dimaa Bhagwan, being the ocean of energy, you still sought energy from Goddess Durga, whose form is very dear to you. Every year you fasted for Navratri, a Hindu festival dedicated to Goddess Durga. On the last day of Navratri, feeling the presence of Goddess in young girls, you worshipped and offered prasad to them as well as to young boy, whereas you allowed devotees to adorn you like the Goddess herself and became the form of Goddess on Ashtami for the satisfaction of devotees.
दूरो दूरो तेरे बछड़े आए,
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 तेरे लिए माँ चुनिया ले आए,
तेरे लिए माँ चुनिया ले आए,
तेरे लिए माँ चुनिया ले आए।
जय 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 माँ।
द्वारा खोल के रखना माँ कि तुझको चुनरी चढ़ाना है,
द्वारा खोल के रखना माँ कि तुझको चुनरी चढ़ाना है,
द्वारा खोल के रखना माँ कि तुझको चुनरी चढ़ाना है,
द्वारा खोल के रखना माँ कि तुझको चुनरी चढ़ाना है,
तुझको चुनरी चढ़ाना है, तेरे द्वार ने आना है,
तुझको चुनरी चढ़ाना है, तेरे द्वार ने आना है,
वो सबको बोल के रखना माँ कि आज तेरे बछड़े ने आना है,
सबको बोल के रखना माँ कि आज तेरे बछड़े ने आना है।
ओ प्रेम से बोलो
जय माता दी,
ओ सारे बोलो
जय माता दी,
ओ मिलके बोलो
जय माता दी,
ओ प्रेम से बोलो
जय माता दी।
You visited Vaishno Devi temple and Bhairavnath temple along with Sangat. You also visited Gurdwara at Nanded, Amritsar, Delhi, Lakhpat Gurdwara in Kutch and Patna Sahib Gurdwara.
पल्ले वारो झूलेलाल, ज्योतिन वारो झूलेलाल, झूलेलाल, झूलेलाल,
सेसा वारो
झूलेलाल,
चेटी चंड वारो
झूलेलाल,
ओ दादिया वारो
झूलेलाल,
ओ धीमा वारो
झूलेलाल,
ओ प्यार वारो
झूलेलाल,
ओ प्यार वारो
झूलेलाल, हरिद्वार वारो झूलेलाल, गंगा वारो
झूलेलाल,
भोलेनाथ वारो
झूलेलाल,
आयो लाल
झूलेलाल,
लाल जा धाती चो
सबई
झूलेलाल, सबई चो झूलेलाल।
You loved Lord Jhulelal so much that whenever you remembered him, you used to sing these lines. Chare chirag tunja baran hamesha Panjoma baran aya bala Jhulelal. That is, Lord Jhulelal, your 4 lamps are always lighting. I have come to light the 5th one.
चारे चिराग तुझा बरन हमेशा, चारे चिराग तुझा बरन हमेशा, ओ चारे चिराग तुझा बरन हमेशा, चारे चिराग तुझा बरन हमेशा, पंजोमा बारण आया बला झूलेलाल, पंजोमा बारण पंजोमा बारण आया बला झूलेलाल, सेवण जा सिंधड़ीअ जा, सेवण जा सिंधड़ीअ जा सखी शाबाश कलंदर दिल के अंदर दलिता पहला नंबर हो लालम जी, हो लालम जी।
On new moon day, you offered tairi, that is sweet rice, to Lord Jhulelal and then distributed it as prasad. You never forgot nor allowed us to forget lighting diya in front of Lord Jhulelal. You also followed the ritual of worshipping him with Bhairana Sahib and Matki, that is earthen pot. Presumably accepting your love and devotion, Lord Jhulelal gave the opportunity of performing your Marka Rasam at Pujya Chalia Sahib Jhulelal Mandir, Ulhasnagar 5. Your father always had an unwavering faith in Holy Mosque of Haji Malang, which was also inherited to you. You visited Holy Mosque of Haji Malang many times in childhood and realized the power of that holy place. You felt that blessing again with you when you realized that the Holy Mosque of Haji Malang is visible from the window of your home at Mohanpuram, Ambernath. You have extreme love for Ganga Maya, the sacred river Ganges, and worshipped it as goddess Ganga. Whenever you visit Ganga Maya Haridwar, you felt a unique contentment within yourself. Also, your relatives used to stay at Delhi, Mathura, and Kanpur, so in childhood you visited Haridwar frequently. However, after Dadi Bhagwan took you to Haridwar, your faith and reverence increased for Ganga Maya. After funeral, when Dadi Bhagwan's remains were submerged in Brahmakund of river Ganga, your faith and reverence increased manifold. Whenever you went to Haridwar with Sangat, you used to hold everyone's hand and make them have a dip in river Ganga. You always had reverence and devotion, be it the ritual of spending night under the moon, on the occasion of Sharad Purnima, doing havan or offering libation of water to the gods at Badrinath. In India, there is a belief that wishes whispered in the ears of Lord Ganpati or Lord Nandi will come true. Along with your devotees, you also whispered in the ears of the Lord, but keeping in mind your sole belief that one should only ask for spiritual improvement and determination from God. You always said one must be completely devoted to God without expecting anything in return. Even after achieving spiritual knowledge, you never lost faith and devotion. You performed every holy task of devotion with complete rigor and dedication. You always kept the balance between spiritual knowledge and devotion in your life. You always said devotion is incomplete without spiritual knowledge, and spiritual knowledge is incomplete without devotion. There is power in devotion. If devotion and spirituality go hand in hand, then one starts feeling God's presence everywhere. Vairagya. Vairagya is dispassion, detachment, or renunciation, in particular renunciation from the pains and pleasures in the temporary material world. True Vairagya refers to an internal state of mind rather than to external lifestyle, and can be practiced equally well by one engaged in family life and career as it can be by renunciate. Diya. It is an oil lamp usually made from clay with a cotton wick dipped in ghee or vegetable oils, lightened to worship God and Gurus. Hi Bhagwan. God is omnipresent.